Alright guys, we made it to the shop. We're finally back. The car is right there. But I say, let's get the hell to work because I'm excited about this. So, I'll see you guys on the GoPro head strap. Well, that was pretty cool. It just kind of landed on my head like that. Well, anyway, here we are. As you can see, 2014 Mustang GT with the Roush supercharger. And what we are doing today is we are putting oil pump gears in this sucker from Boundary Racing Pumps. The same ones we put in Andy's car, same ones we put in mine. And we might have our work cut out for us for a little bit just because it's got a blower on it. A couple extra things we got to take off here and there, but I think we got it, no problem. But yeah, that's basically it. I do have a bunch of other stuff I got to do, but we will probably put that in the second part of this video. So in this one, we're going to tackle this, and the next one, we will tackle everything else. So first off, we're going to take both of these caps off so we can drain the coolant, because we got to take the whole timing cover off and really everything to get to the oil pump. So let's get started with that. As you can see, I already got it racked, so all we got to do is lift it up. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw you guys on here so we can just do a quick time lapse getting it up in the air, draining the coolant and whatnot. But I will see you in a second. Alrighty, got the coolant drained, empty and empty. Let's slap these guys back on. Now we're gonna take the coolant reservoir for the supercharger and the regular overflow for the coolant off and get it out of the way. But we're gonna need to take this off still, so I'm gonna grab this guy. And pop out all these annoying clips so we can get this radiator cover out of the way. And we got all those out. This should just simply lift up. Oh, I knew there was one hiding from me. Thanks a lot, Ford. All right, now we can pop that out of the way. Cool. Alrighty, now we can pull this down, and then we got a 10. We're gonna take that hose off. This one goes to here. All this stuff is fairly simple. You can easily do this by yourself. The only thing that changes is the timing sequence on these, which I will show you later in the video. It's way easier than the Gen 2, Gen 3 timing sequence in my opinion. I should know. I about blew my motor up when I did mine. But I learned from that mistake. So, let's get this off. Get it moved a little bit, should be able to work it off of there. And then tuck this back here. And you're gonna make a mess. Even though I drained both reservoirs, you're gonna make a mess. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Cool. What you can do is try to minimize the mess. So, next we're going to take that intake off. And he's got his good old JLT stuff on either side. So we're going to disconnect that. Just the basic stuff. Like I said, it's super simple. Any basic idiot can figure it out. If I can figure it out, you certainly can. So we're going to disconnect our MAF. Cool. And it looks like the box itself. There'll be a 10 there and a 10 there. So we're going to grab our 10. Put that valve. We're going to take our fancy bendy ratchet wrench. Get that there. I'm fine, we're good. Literally said as that was happening, try not to drop it, drops it. Okay. And the best thing you can do, since there's a whole bunch of shit you're gonna have to take off to get this kind of job done, put the bolts back where you found them. These things start to look the same when you got this kind of intensive job happening. So we're gonna have a 10 over here. 10 is in my hand on this side. We're gonna have to figure out how the heck this guy comes off so we can get that out of the way. Looks like we got a little clip that's holding this in there. Got it. So now that's moved out of the way. On the bottom, there's just little clips that kind of hold them in and it'll come out as you pull up. And these are typically easier to get with some sort of ratchet. As I'm using the wrong tool, wrong type of ratchet. Alright guys, sorry about that. This guy was fighting me. Whoever worked on this before, or Ford's just an asshole. Put that clamp in a weird spot, but as long as you got that engine cover that I already took off previously out of the way, you can reach it from right down on the bottom, just lift it back up. Or if you're working on the ground, just go under it, assuming you're on jack stands. But got that, so all we got left is this clamp and these 2 8s. I believe we can pull this whole hose assembly out. Now we're going to go ahead and try to get this guy. Pull the clamp down. And wiggle her up. Oh, sweat in my eye. Oh, it burns. Okay. Whoop, whoop. You think that little bit of coolant is going to bother me? Just wait till I pull the water pump off. It's going to be like frickin' Niagara Falls in this bitch. Ask me how I know. Starting to look like we're getting somewhere now, boys. Pull it off. Right here. Personally, I like to take the radiator out so so I don't screw nothing up with it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Alrighty, I already got this one loosened off the camera, but this is where your heat exchanger slash condenser is gonna mount to. You have the Roush package. The condenser will be mounted to that regardless, but that condenser is gonna be on there. Or not condenser, the heat exchanger is gonna be on there with the Roush blower setup. And they're 8mm. Oh, I'm bleeding. You see that? This takes a little finesse to get out. Once you start to get it loose, sometimes it helps just to put a straight one on there. Get that angle of the dangle, if you know what I'm saying. Looks like we got more bolts at the bottom. Gotcha. Alright, got the radiator out. Got the heat exchanger down there tied up. I zip tied the condenser up here just so it isn't sagging on this line over here. We are going to get to the belt drive system. We're going to have to remove a bunch of bibs and bobs, and then we'll be able to get to the nitty-gritty, meaning valve covers, timing cover, all that jazz. So first we're going to want to relieve the tension on the belt, and then we'll be able to take all the bracketry and the pulley systems and all that stuff off. So let me get some tools gathered and then we will start from there. First step, release the tension on the belt. And we're going to pull the belt out of here. Like so. Alright, I was just checking to make sure I wasn't blocking the camera. We are good. So we got that belt out, so we can take off all that crap in a minute. We still got to get the blower door off. So, I believe that's the tensioner for it back here. And for future reference for anybody, it is indeed 17. We're going to release the tension on that. Sorry about that, guys. My battery died on the GoPro. So to make this easier, we're going to take this off, because we got to take it off anyway. So I think those are actually 13s. It looks like the ones with these spacer looking deals are going to be the longer bolts for future reference. And now we can easily get our belt off. Alright, so next we're going to tackle some of the easier things like taking off all these pulleys and such. So let's just go ahead and still got my 13 on here. Okay, water pump pulley removed. And now we can grab our 13, take that pulley off, and then we can get this down here, this down here. This whole bracket should come out. And then our alternator is going to be 15 here, 15 not here, and then over here, I'm sure you can see that or not, but that's where your connection for the harness is going to be, and that's going to be a 13. Oh, and in case you haven't realized by now, I must have done it off the camera, but disconnect your battery whenever you're messing with the starter or alternator. You don't want to arc it to anything and cause a bad thing, especially if you're messing with like fuel or any of that stuff. But again, we're going to put this nut back on so we don't lose it. And then there's going to be a connector as well. The alternator with that bolt we took out, and then the nut right there. This basically is compressed, not really compressed, and that's not the right word, but it's just sticking in between the timing cover, the front half and the back half of the alternator. So I just stick the pry bar in through there until you can get it out like that, and then it'll slide it off. Boom. Alternator and a dead spider. Fun. You can see what I mean. You got this this half and this half. It basically just slides in between a piece like that. So you gotta pry it back. But that's your alternator. You got that out now. Under here, there's a push tab. Push on either side. And give her a little shimmy and a shake. And release. Tuck that out of the way for now. Now it's just the water pump lids. And they should all be 10s if they're not. Yep, that's it. So we don't lose any of these. Pull these out. They're all the same length, so you don't gotta worry about that. And then it's time for splash seal. You just kind of give her a shake. You've got an O-ring on the inside, which likes to fight. Here comes the waterworks. Alright, and you can see what I did there. Gave it a little more of a controlled leak, so it doesn't end up drastically coming out to where you can't catch it all with your floor pan. And boom, water pump removed. Also, what you want to do after you take it out, you don't want to get too much angle on that. You can mar up the inside of here and the outside of your coolant housing. But if everything's good there, check your O-ring. Make sure there's no tears or rips or anything. And we look okay. So we're going to be good to reinstall when it comes time to do so. Okay, so now we're going to take the harmonic balancer off. And grab you an 18mm socket and another dugga. Take that bolt out. So now we're going to take our Neato Burrito harmonic balancer puller. Words are hard, I know. Okay, sorry about that. That took way too long to get that thing to sit in there right. But we got her. So you're gonna get your harmonic balancing? Wow, listen to me. Balancer puller on your pulley, and then proceed to remove it. Boom. And your pulley is removed. Alright guys, we're all cleaned up for the day. We close early now, so I gotta get headed out of here, but this is the progress like you last saw just a second ago. Shit's all everywhere. Pouring down as far as the eye can see. Alright guys, well I hope you guys are enjoying this new kind of content I'm throwing at you here. I just figured we have been slack and hardcore on making videos for you guys, and I've been getting so many people complaining that we haven't been doing anything, but excuse for it. We've just been slacking. No doubt about that, but I will see you guys in the morning. We will continue from there. Tomorrow we're gonna get the valve covers off, the front cover, the timing cover, and start with basically detiming the engine so we can take all the timing chains off and do all that stuff, and then pull the oil pump and put the gears in. So, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. All right guys, we're back. Day 2 for me, still day 1 for you. All we got left is, like I was saying last night, valve covers, front cover, and we can start messing with the timing chains, and we'll pull the pump out and then change our gears out. So I'm gonna get you guys set up so you can actually see what's going on, turn my light on, and we'll go from there. See you in a sec. Alright guys, so first we're going to have to disconnect these JLP catch cans because it's obviously in the way of the valve covers, and then we're going to have to take this elbow off the blower so we can actually get the valve cover. Because this side is where your dipstick is, and there's a dipstick tube that runs down through the head, and I don't want a chance breaking it. So first I'm going to reach over here. Hopefully my big ass head ain't in the way. Disconnect that, move that over there. Got one cover off there. And we got a 10 mil right here. So let me go grab that 10 mil. We don't lose nothing. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and take this elbow off. We've got a couple electrical connections, throttle body. Alright guys, we got her off. It was a pain in the butt because this purge valve is mounted in the back of that elbow like that. And it's like right up against the firewall. So I just took a second off camera to get that, but we got her. So now all we got left is to take the harnesses off of covers and the front cover. You got some pieces attached there too, and then we're going to move that out of the way. And then we can take the valve covers off, and then it'll be the front cover. So let's get started on that. Alright guys, as you can see, we got the valve covers off. I don't know if I'm assuming you saw from the time lapse, there's that rod that comes out, and that's for the dipstick. And you got to be careful when you're pulling this side off because it will snap. I did that on my car. And I believe the only way to get a new one is to buy a whole new valve cover. So be careful about that. The other side's pretty easy, nothing too much to worry about as far as getting it out. Even though all the bolts are out, these things have been on there for a while. They stick pretty good, not to mention they got some silicone here and here where there's two mating surfaces for the front cover and the block for the head meet. So just take your time, don't do anything stupid, don't break nothing. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. But Now that we got those off, all we got to do is take the front cover off and we can start detiming this thing and get the oil pump out. Real quick, this is what I was talking about, this piece here. You do not want to break that. Very easily broken, be careful. Alright guys, with the front cover, we're in the 13s, 10, 15. Alright, we're back. So what I like to do, without damaging it of course, give her a tap through to bring that silicone free. Try to get some movement. Same thing on this side. See how we're getting some movement now. Do the same on this side. Now, my calculations are correct. We are inside. Alright guys, as you can see, we got the front cover off now. And you'll see my fancy schmancy tool for turning the crank. So, the next step is the most important part. Luckily for you Gen 1 guys out there, it's extremely simple. And I got the workshop manual up over there so I could show you just to prove myself, but you're going to want the keyway at the 12 o'clock position. Check. On the cams on both sides, these data matrix, these barcodes on either, you want to make sure those are facing up. If not, you want to do a complete revolution until they are. Now that you have that done, you can remove your tool and you're going to want to take off your passenger side tensioner, and then you're going to remove your guide, your chain, and then we will go on to the next side. Alright guys, this is what I was talking about. So you're going to put it to the 12 o'clock position. Just like I was saying, make sure the data matrices are up on all the camshafts. Then you just remove the timing chain or the tensioner. Then the tensioner arm. Then the other one. Then you can remove your chain. And we'll go from there. Yeah, it's basically really simple stuff. Once again, 12 o'clock position. Your data points are facing up on both sides of the camshaft. Next step is to remove your tensioner. Your guide off. This side. So now, alright, now that we got all that side taken care of, the next step is going to be, you're going to put your tool back on. Whatever apparatus you were using, you're gonna take it backwards to the 9 o'clock position. Okay, now that we got that to the 9 o'clock position, we're gonna take this side's tensioner off, both guides and the chain. comes the very spicy part, which is that bolt right there for the pickup tube. 1.5 inches. This one you can get clear as day. I might have to heat up one of my wrenches and give it a little bend speed so we can get it out. But basically, once you get that one out, get this one out, you're just going to push down on this pickup tube, take all your bolts out for the pump, and the pump will slide right out. So you can open it up on the bench and change out your gears. Now it's finally time to take the oil pump out. So you got a 13 here, 9 here, 9 here, or wait, no, 9 here, 8 here, 8 here. So, there's your 13 millimeter. Slide your oil pumpy out. A whole butt. Alrighty, now we're over on the bench. We just got to take the pump apart so we can put our new gears in. Okay. Put our bolts aside. Gotta gently slide this off. And our gears come up and out. Just like that. Oh yeah, a whole bunch of scoring on these guys. Not so much. I mean, there's going to be scoring regardless, but the part that is fucked is they're just so weak in the factory. But I'm going to go grab the new ones, and then I'll be right back. Alright, we are going to be using the Boundary oil pump gears, same ones we used on mine and Andy's. So, let me go grab this knife right here. What do we got here? This didn't come in mine. It's like a sealed frickin'... We going to Hogwarts, brother? What the hell? I just wanted some oil pump gears. They're giving us some fancy shit now. I missed out. Alrighty. So we just got some engine oil. We're just gonna dab on here with our fingers. It should be about good. Boom. Just want to make sure it moves like it's supposed to. Nothing's bound up. Spins freely. And you're good. Now you just got to slap the cover back on. Put your bolts back in. Torque them down. Use ugga-duggas, whatever you feel like doing. I'm going to torque them personally. And then just assemble the engine again. So I'll see you here in a sec. Alright, now we got the new gears in. All we have left to do is to basically do the reversal of everything we just did. So first off, we want to make sure this O-ring doesn't come out. That's what seals your pickup tube to the pump. So mine seems like it's in there pretty good. I just figured I'd mention that. This will only go on one way.
Oh, is this kind of like dropping the camshaft on the ground?
It shows up where they are. So this is the drop test the oil pump gears.
And
Cracked. Right there.
wow.
If I drop it again, it'll probably come and do a bunch of pieces. No?
Now you got 2 pieces.
Well, those are already
See if you can make 4.
There it goes.
Oh my god.
That's why you don't want that in your engine.
And then you smoke the engine.
Yep, because you ain't got no oil pressure.
Because it ain't got no oil.
That's your torque sequence. Stage 1, hand tighten, like so. Stage 2, 89 inch-pounds, and they all vary depending on which bolt it is. That's why they have the numbers on there, so I'll leave that there for you in case any of you guys want to know what the torque specs are and whatnot, but there's that. Alright guys, I got both of those bolts in the bottom. They are tight. Don't forget, like I was talking about earlier, clean this off, clean that off, clean the tops of that off for when you put the valve covers back. Same on that side, same on that side. And also I like to try to clean up the bottoms right here where it mates right there. And when we go to put the cover back on, we're gonna put some silicone here, 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 and here. So, next step is to put the timing chains back on, and the guides and tensioners and all that stuff. So, I'm gonna get you guys set up, and we will go on from there. Alrighty, new crank sprocket. Wow. Colored links. They're there for a purpose. So, we're gonna put the colored link up on the phaser with the mark that says L. Like that. Give you a closer shot of that. So there's the L mark and there's your colored link. There's gonna be a remaining colored link that's going to match up with a mark on the sprocket. I will show you that once I attach that. Alright guys, so I mean nothing's tight yet, but you can see colored link with the L, and then I put this one, the old one, on here just for reference, because for whatever reason there isn't a mark on the aftermarket boundary, even though mine and Andy's both did. So I don't know what the deal is with this one, but if you follow this mark right here, you can see those teeth line up directly with that colored link. So we are in time. So now all we got to do is tighten this up, 89 inch-pounds. Throw our new tensioner on, and we should be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys back up and do that. Alrighty, we are going to 89 inch-pounds on this lower guide. Cool. Now we're gonna grab our new tensioner and install it. Alrighty, We got our brand spanking new tensioners, which you don't have to do. You can reuse the old ones, but my buddy wanted to replace them, so here we are. Which just makes it easier for me because it's got this pin and I don't have to press down the plunger on a vise or any of that crap. So we're gonna go ahead, thread these in by hand, like so. We're gonna take a nugget dug and just run it down, not super hard, enough to bottom it out. So I'm not sitting here for 10 years trying to torque this sucker down. Alrighty. And then once again, it's gonna be 89 inch-pounds. $89. Okay, now all we gotta do is pull the pin. Let's hope that we don't die. Alrighty, and just like that, one side is finished. Again, we got the colored link with the L. Another colored link down there. With the mark down there, we've torqued our tensioner, our bolt for our guide, and then that's just held on by the tensioner. So now what we have to do, I'm gonna take that back off. I'm gonna grab my special tool and we're gonna move the crank back to the 12 o'clock position. A bit. A little bit more. There, 12 o'clock. Now that we got crankshaft at the 12 o'clock position, we can now set up this side. Alrighty, and once again, colored link with the R for passenger side chain, and then down here you're going to see dark link with dark link, and that follows that line all the way to this guy. So she is in time. As long as you do that, it will be in time. Again, this is for Gen 1 5-liter. Not Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4 probably coming out here soon, if not already. Those are all different. So, you Gen 1 guys are lucky because this is so much easier. So, now all I got to do is put all the timing components back on, tensioners, the guides, and all that, and we can seal the sucker back up, get the sucker running. So, alrighty. Now the same thing is going to go for this side. Got to clean up all the silicone. You can, and I have reused these seals, the crank seal, all that, but my buddy ordered a whole kit, so I have all the seals, so I'm going to go ahead and change those now and show you how to do it. So I'm going to get a razor blade and we're going to pull these guys out. Alrighty, got my razor blade. Now, I'm going to pull these out. Try to lay them accordingly so you can match it up with the new seal if you're replacing the seal. Like I said, you can replace or reuse these if you choose to do so. I am not, because like I said, I have the new ones. But anyway, now I just try to tear off the big clumps and just clean off as best as you can the mating surface. because these are all the mating surfaces between the head and the front cover. Or the valve cover and the front cover. So you want to clean all these off. I already got the tops. The new gaskets are going to look like this. They're kind of looking like they're gray, but it's just, you see that, it just kind of rubs off. So just because they're new, don't worry about it. And then you just get to play this game of guess where or how this thing goes in. And it looks like I got lucky the first time. And you're just going to want to go around it. Press it all in. Like so. So all those little divots are in there. Okay, so now we can toss that one. And then we need this one. See if this is the right one. I don't think that's the right side. There we go. And it's pretty easy to figure this stuff out. If it fits, it fits. If it don't, try the other one. Just make sure it's pressed down all the way. Good. Anything over here? It's going to be the same thing for your valve covers, but I'm going to throw these in the parts washer, get them as clean as possible before I throw seals in it. This thing's already clean, and I don't want to put it in a parts washer with electronics and whatnot in there. So, here's some brothettes. She's back. Got the valve covers, the front cover. Still got, I just put these on there so dust and shit don't fall into the spark plug holes. I still got to put plugs in it, but it's going after 6:30 now, and I need to get the hell out of here because we close in about 25 minutes. So, but yeah, we got pretty far today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Again, this is taking me a couple days, but one video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying this long ass video, I'm sure I haven't even edited yet. I'm still making it, obviously, but please subscribe, please like, it really helps us out a lot. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. Peace. All right guys, we're back again. As you saw last night, we got the front cover on, both the valve covers. Now we just got to start really assembling this thing. So I'm gonna set you up on camera real quick and probably do a time lapse and get this thing thrown together real quick. Oh. Guys, I think we're finally ready for a start. Finally. Whew. That was a lot of work. And it makes me realize that Ford isn't the only idiots out there. I don't know what Roush is thinking on some of this stuff, but I know it makes power, but shit. Some of it was just a pain in the butt to set up. But we're gonna hop inside, probably gonna prime the oil pump and send it. And let's see what she does. Set our timing right because it ain't making a whole bunch of racket from the valve train. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut it back off because it ain't got no coolant in it. I was just making sure we're all good. Even though I've done a bunch of these, I still get like, I'm shaking, dude. I've done a bunch, but it scares me every time. These things are so terrifying, but at least with these Gen 1s, they're easy to time. So I really had nothing to worry about, but I'm still me and I'm gonna freak out over nothing. So we got the frickin' oil pump gears done. And it was interesting along the way, but we got it. So this is gonna be the end of as far as this part of the car goes. Oil pump gears and crank sprocket is done. We did the new tensioners and all that whatnot, but that's going to be it for this video. Stay tuned for the next one where we're going to be doing some spicy things. Give you a little sneak peek. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.